Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crazy Dreamer Network. My name is AJ, and let's hop right into today's reading. So, today's reading is on how setting these intentions, the ones that come out for you in your pile selection, will be beneficial for you during this new moon in Libra. So, I took the initiative to write a couple key concepts about this new moon in Libra that's happening, I believe, on the 25th of September. I'm recording this on the 22nd. So whoever views this, whether you see it before or on the new moon, will benefit from using these intentions if you want, right? So the key concepts I wrote down for this Libra new moon 2020 is, of course, Venus rules Libra and Taurus energy. So partnerships, I feel like, are on the rise, more specifically doing things in pairs, right? So it doesn't have to necessarily mean romantic partnerships, but you might want to, partner up with a friend or a coworker or anyone you're close with, right? And just do more things with them, okay? So also setting intentions for clarity that setting the intention for clarity that's needed for an important decision, right? So there could be really important decisions that need to be made as of right now, and you might want to set the intention for the clarity and the discernment to make those, right? Because Libra, the sign Libra, tends to straddle the fence when it comes to certain things, and that is because I always feel like they're a dual sign, right? So it's balance. It's the scales, right? They're a dualistic sign. I can kind of relate to that as a Pisces, being, you got one fish going one way, the other fish going, another way, which signifies yin yang. So I feel like with dual signs, Gemini is another one. With dual signs, I feel like we tend to see all aspects of a problem, or see all sides of it, right? So we kind of maybe make it a little harder on ourselves to come to decisions rather quickly, right? So just ask for that clarity. And then the last one is the concept of, I like to say, vindication, right? Could come up right now. So maybe finding a resolve in a situation, right? Finding a conclusion to it, okay? And in a way that's going to serve you, right? Let's hop into our pile selections. We have pile number 1, the Justice card from the Wandering Star deck. Pile number 2, we have the Justice card from the Sun and Moon Tarot deck. Pile number 3, we have Adjustment, which is a Justice card from the Autonomic deck. And pile number 4, we have the Justice card from the Book of Shadows. And I believe this is in the deck as below. Yeah. So we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers, and I will see you in your reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 1s, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this Justice card from the Wandering Star deck. So this is one of the newer decks that I purchased. I love it. I love the colors and the renderings. So what I'm getting off bat with the intentions, okay, and this one's really specific too, with the intentions that you need to set, or that would most benefit you to set during this new moon in Libra, is knowing that you are a descendant of royalty, right? We all know that. I think in most of the Libra, most of the Libran cards, the traditional ones, I think the judge wears a crown, right? Because this is justice. So obviously this is a form of Ma'at, right? The goddess Ma'at that is weighing the heart and the feather to make sure that it's on an even playing field, so that it could, derive the, okay, damn. Hey, pile number ones, welcome back to your reading. So let's hop right into it. You all chose this Justice card from the Wandering Star deck. This is a newer deck that I purchased and I love it. I love the colors and the renderings. It's an awesome deck. Now, what I'm getting in regards to the intentions that you should set that would benefit you the most during this new moon in Libra is, you know, the realization and the intention of grounding yourself in the understanding that you are a descendant of royalty, right? Wear your crown and secure your crown is what I'm getting, okay? So we have this depiction of what seems like a Hindu goddess, right? And I mean, like, this could be, she looks like a Hindi goddess because she does have a lot of aspects of Southeast Asian, orientations, right? So this person, this figure is screaming descendant of royalty. And I also say that because the first card that came out is literally a goddess, which is Lakshmi, right? The goddess of fortune, of abundance, of beauty, things of that nature. So she's giving very Lakshmi energy to me. And so in regards to that, pile number one, however you identify, realize who you are. Keep and maintain your crown. I always bring up the James Baldwin quote that he told Maya Angelou. And he said, your crown is already brought and paid for. It's already bought, and paid for. Wear it. Just wear it. Your ancestors, the lineage of the past, your past self didn't go through what you went through, whether it be in past lives, whether it be in past carnations, for no reason, right? You are a descendant of royalty. Wear your crown and wear it rightfully, right? And that is really one strong intention that I'm getting for our pile number ones to set, because I feel like pile number ones, y'all have so much, it's not even potential, y'all have so much capacity for greatness. And I feel like because of the human condition and because of certain ideologies that say not caring is cool, or being a sad girl or a sad guy, or romanticizing like grief is cool. And I feel like it's such a subconscious, like kind of like, it's so subconsciously driven into our minds since we're younger, in movies and films and music, right? I feel like we don't even intentionally realize we're doing it, right? So wear your crown, and rightfully so. Like, it's not even a doubt that you should question whether or not you deserve a thing. It's a fact, right? So let's proceed. I thought it was also interesting too, pile number one, because at the bottom of this Goddess Tarot deck, which I usually show, but the cards are so big I didn't want to put it on the side, you all got Justice, Athena, which is one of the more prolific warriors in Greek. Gosh, I can't talk. In Greek mythology, right? And, she's a baddie, so to speak, okay? So again, wear your crown, and rightfully so. Go after the things that you want with vivaciousness, right? And tenacity, and knowing that you're going to get it. It's not the matter of if but when. And it's real hilarious to me about number ones, because this whole reading is basically reading y'all literally and figuratively about your worth and about how you're graduating to this queendom or kingdom, and or queen or kingdom, right? And it's like, it's a graduation that's happening here, that's coming in for this new moon in Libra. So I digress. Let's move forward with the reading, okay? So I'm going to do the Celtic cross spread. So I'm going to start with the first card in the You Now Heart of the Matter position, which is card number 10, Fortune, and we have the Hindu goddess Lakshmi, okay? And hello, what did I say? If y'all did not listen to the breakdown of the key concepts of this new moon in Libra, I would go back to the beginning and watch it, because I said, and I have some right here, so I'll reiterate. It says partnerships are on the rise, doing things in pairs more specifically. So I'm getting Jasmine and Aladdin energy, right? I'm getting it's giving that. It's giving Jasmine and Aladdin energy. A whole new world on this magic carpet ride, but F the carpet, y'all have this beautiful green, like parakeet or whatever this is, this beautiful green lovebird that y'all are flying on, And as it pertains to this, I feel like where you're at right now, pile number ones, is in a state of like bliss. You're really up right now, especially with me choosing this deck out of all the decks I could have to do this reading with. Lakshmi is the goddess of fortune, of beauty, of abundance, right? Of everything you could ever want and need, really, and they're not alone. They're with a loved one. They're with someone really special. So I feel like where you are right now, pile number ones, you hear that? Right, cosine. So I feel like where you are right now, pile number ones, is almost like this state of bliss, this state of peace that comes with the purpose that you are right where you need to be, right? I feel like you're letting your purpose fuel you and guide you, and all the pieces to the puzzle is now being put into place, right? And this could be with people, partnerships, loved ones, whether it be with romantic loved ones, friends, family, coworkers, you name it. It's just like you're on this magic carpet ride, so to speak, and you are really drinking it in, right? You're loving every moment of it. And that's good. That's good that you are, because you're doing it right. Encapsulate this feeling. So, when it's time to kind of like shift in our cycles, which everyone must do, you can go back to that feeling and hold on to it, right? So in the blockage / challenge position, we have the Ace of Staves, okay, which is the Ace of Wands in this deck. So I'm getting in the challenge position. It could be passion, the passion for life right now that you're feeling, that you're having, is not even really a challenge. It is almost like the antithesis of this reading, right? It's what this reading is all about. This is why you're feeling like you're on cloud 9. This is why you're feeling like you're soaring above the clouds, so to speak, right? As I say that, a plane is going over our heads. So I feel like you could just be reveling in passion right now, and just these new beginnings. Maybe you're feeling so much inspiration because of, maybe a partnership in your life, or, how you're really living your life. And maybe you're just kind of like taking a look at everything that's around you right now, and you're like, wow, I can't believe this is my life, or I can't believe I'm getting what I asked for, right? So in the conscious goal position, we have the 10 of Staves. You know that you've gone far, but there's still a lot of work to do, and you're still on your path, right? You're still on your way. You're not quite done yet, and I feel like you're up for the challenge though. But what's interesting? You see how this Ace of Staves, it's like, okay, bright and early, right? Early bird catches the worm, so to speak, right? Bird, and then we have the early bird catches a worm, and then we have the 10 of Staves. And to me, these two cards is like something about working from sun up till sundown. It's like, you have a lot of work that still needs to be done, but it's almost like you're excited to do it. You don't mind doing it right now because, number one, sorry about that. So again, with the Ten of Staves being in the conscious goal position, I feel like you know how far you've come. You're so close to achieving your desires, your goals, your dreams, your ambitions, right? And in regards to the intentions that you set during this new moon in Libra that could be super beneficial to you would just be, the momentum to keep on going, okay? Because you're almost there with the Ten of Wands, and you know that. And I feel like you know that, yes, while there's still a lot of hard work and effort to put into place, to attain what you've been wanting or your desires, you're willing to do so, right? Especially with it being in the conscious goal position. Now, with in the unknown influence position, we have the Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like you've had to unlearn a lot of the things that you've learned and relearn or learn freshly a lot of the things that you haven't known, right? And like I said earlier in the reading, there's this like developmental period here in regards to your quest or realizing your royalty, realizing how royal you are, realizing the magnitude of your power, and you're delving into that, learning, cultivating maybe certain customs about your heritage, certain religious, spiritual practices about your heritage that almost like, it's interesting because my friend Ashley, shout out to Ashley, I know she watches the channel, she put me on to this show called The Midnight Gospel. It's on Netflix for anybody who's interested. It's a quirky show. Like, it was made from the creators of Adventure Time. And it was really good. And in the third episode, they talk about magic. They talk about, esoteric knowledge and, even the origins of tarot and just everything. It's really fascinating. But long story short, the person said, it's not just a thought thing in order to do magic. You also have to hold the current, right? So that means it has to be a part of you, right? In some way, shape, or form. So with the Princess of Pentacles here, I'm learning that you are understanding fundamentally how this royal nature is a part of you, whether that be due to your heritage, whether that be due to anything, you name it, I feel like we all are royal, in and of ourselves. And it's up to us truly to learn that, because sometimes we have to relearn it because they don't teach us that, they teach about, the external queens and kings and things of that nature. But I feel like as we delve deeper into our spirituality and our practices, we tend to learn that no, the throne is we are living in it, right? We're living in our throne, and our crowns are already bought and paid for. We just have to acknowledge them, right? We just have to wear them, okay? So in the past influence position, we have the King of Cups, okay? So you could have been dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, not necessarily. You didn't necessarily have to be, but you could also be dealing with someone who evokes the characteristics of kindness, compassion, who's well composed, right? Who, really thinks before they speak, who has this heightened sense of emotional intelligence, right? Or this could be you in the past influence. Maybe you have felt that you have learned, right, with the Princess of Pentacles, how to be kind, compassionate, how to not wear your heart on your sleeve so much, right? And how to kind of keep your cool under turbulent weather, under turbulent times, right? Because the King of Cups in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, they're in the middle of the ocean, waves galore, right? but they're keeping their cool under the pressure, right? So I feel like you've learned how to do that, or maybe someone else has given you this gift, or maybe even you have given someone else this gift unbeknownst to you, right? So yeah, this could be this partnership in regards to, the pairings. Look, okay? This could be the partnership in regards to the pairings that I was talking about in the beginning during the pile selection portion of the reading, okay? So we have, in the approaching influence, we have the Seven of Cups. So I feel like really you are manifesting your dreams, pile number ones. You really are. You're manifesting your dreams, and things are coming back into a state of balance for you. And it's almost like you have a smorgasbord of opportunities here. And, really it's up to you what you want to have, right? The wheel is turned in your favor. But what the Seven of Cups usually suggest is to choose wisely, right? Not all that glitters is gold. So be very cognizant of your choices, right? It's interesting because in one of these cups we have the crown. It's a very, very prevalent reading about understanding who you are fundamentally, which is royal. We all are. It's it's not acknowledging it that makes it is or it isn't. It's the acknowledgement of it that makes, that statement true, right? So I feel like you're going to start acknowledging who you are, not in this flamboyant or flagrant way, right? You're just going to sit in your power very, very comfortably, right? So in the inner resources and talent position, we have Tara, the goddess Tara, with 0 beginnings. I feel like your inner talent is that you can continue to start over and over and over again and not lose enthusiasm. It's like the Winston Churchill quote, success is the power to go from failure to failure without the lack of enthusiasm. And I feel like this is you, that's one hell of a resource or a talent, an inner resource or a talent to have too, because a lot of us, okay, fear change, and to me, as this being the resource or inner resource, and talent, this signifies you don't fear change, you fear it, but you do it anyway. You don't let it captivate you. You're not debilitated by that fear, right? So in the how others see you position, we have the Seven of Pentacles. People might see you really reflecting, really assessing all the work that has to be done, right? And really seeing, okay, so should I still work on this? Should I work on something new? They see you as really kind of like a hard worker, but making sure that you are putting into something that is going to grow, right? You're not working in vain, okay? But you are hard at work, but you don't want work to, you don't want the work to be for nothing, right? Because I always say in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, you have two bushes that this person is working on. One is working on a full-grown bush, so grown to the fact that there are leaves dying. And then you have a small bushel that they could start working on if they wanted to. They could nurture more, and it might grow up to this size as well. So I feel like you're really just kind of in a state of assessment, asking what's next, okay? What's next? Because I know that there's still a lot to be done. I just have to go about doing it, so to speak. So in the hopes and or fears position, we have the Two of Swords. I feel like there's a hope to, make clean cut decisions, right? But there's also a fear of what for every action, there's an equal or opposite reaction, right? So you know that. So I feel like, I feel like because this is in such a new stage, you're questioning what choices that you have to make. And that's the fear part, right? You know, ultimately that, of course, I want to be decisive. I want to make the right decisions, right? That's what you're hoping for. But in the fear part, you're questioning, well, like, what more do I have to make? Like, I know life is a never ending cycle of decisions, but really, what more do I need to make? Like, you know? So this talks about, you know, making a head over heart decision, right? Protecting your heart because it's been at risk, you know? So, and that comes with anything, you know, with newness, right? But I really feel like, too, you just want to make a peaceful decision. You want everyone to be at peace. You want everyone to feel seen, heard, loved, things of that nature, right? So in the outcome position, you all got 2 cards, pile number ones. And those 2 cards are the Queen of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. A lot of balance is being restored here. And so ultimately what I'm getting, pile number ones, that the intentions that would best benefit you to set during this new moon in Libra is really for clarity to make the proper decisions for everyone involved, obviously including yourself. And I feel like you're going to do that, okay? This could be about money and finances as well. So another intention you can set is to, or maybe even a decree, right? A decree is something you just say once. It's one and done, right? Because it's a decree is stronger than an affirmation, right? So the decree, or if you want to do affirmation, that's fine too. But it could be surrounding money and finances and once and for all stabilizing that, you know, because with the outcome position with the 2 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, this is definitely talking about the external. It's definitely talking about material, whether that be finances, whether that be your home life, you know, whether that be your health, okay, you name it. It's to have these things into balance, right? Particularly your health and finances probably as well. And then also you could be wanting more streams of income with the 2 of Pentacles and really wanting to stabilize these 2 and structure them to where it's almost automated, right? So I feel like in the outcome position with the Queen of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles, you could be juggling a lot, right? You have a lot of work to do, but I feel like the intentions you're setting is to do your job to do it well, but also to learn how to juggle those without the lack of enthusiasm, right? And without the lack of energy, okay? So let's pull some more cards, pile number ones. Let's see. I will use this Oracle of the 7 Energies deck. Clear, concise, accurate messages, Spirit. What else does our pile number ones need to know about the intentions that would benefit them to set during this new moon in Libra, Spirit? Clear, concise, accurate messages. Intentions for our pile number ones to set during this new moon in Libra. So I'm going to take this card. Tell me more, Spirit. Intentions. I'm going to take this card. And you know what? This one's sticking out too. Wow. Card number 32, quieting the mind. Yeah. So your mind could be racing right now. You could have like a million, your mind could be running like a mile a minute, so to speak, right? I don't even know if that's fast. A mile a minute. But I know that's like a saying. So I feel like with this 2 of Swords is also a meditative card, right? It's all about being in alignment with your mind and your heart. So I feel like you could be meditating on that alignment that you seek. But let's reveal these 3 cards for you, pile number ones. We have Earth Magic, card number 1, okay? More meditation in nature, right? Grounding yourself, being so grounded that you're unshakable, right? With Earth Magic, and oh my gosh, what did we talk about? We were just talking about magic, holding the current. That's trippy. All right, so let's reveal the second one, Bearing Fruit, card number 12. Oh my God, this is totally giving me Empress energy vibes, okay? And you know, you're manifesting your life, pile number ones. You're manifesting what you want into fruition with this Bearing Fruit card, okay? This even relates to the Seven of Pentacles, because the Seven of Pentacles card is, yes, it's an assessment card. Yes, it's like what's next, but it's because they've brought something into fruition. They have this bounty that they've worked on, that they've watered, right? That they've nurtured. And I feel like whatever you have nurtured in the past is now, it's bearing. You know, the fruit is bearing from that, right? Okay. And then we have card number 11, in perfect harmony. So it's interesting because we have 11 and 12. So I feel like because you have taken such great measures and precaution in your life, pile number ones, even while you're still learning, right? Because, you know, life is a forever journey. So I feel like you're just you're bearing the fruits of your labor, finally. You're bearing the fruits of your labor, either now or in the near future, okay? I do want to read a little bit of the key concepts, and then we will wrap up your reading. So we have card number 1, Earth Magic. It says, being grounded in nature, the quiet, dark place where all things begin. It says, where essence is first ignited before manifestation, knowing you are a part of the earth and she is a part of you. So that's really interesting. Pile number ones, because it says the quiet, dark place where all things begin. And then in this card, it says quieting the mind. So you can find yourself, like I said earlier, meditating a lot, obviously in the darkness. I know I can't meditate when it's super lit in my apartment or when it's super lit outside. So I try to wake up early to do it. Okay. But I feel like God, Spirit, Source energy is wanting you to take more time in nature. Period. Like regardless of anything else, okay? So let's see, card number 12. It says bearing fruit. Please, let me pick this up. It says key concepts: birthing, the results of hard work, exactly, an idea or constant thought manifesting into form, the relationship between the external world and the internal feelings and beliefs. Okay. So, you know, be conscientious of what it is that you're thinking, okay, and doing and feeling, right? All right. And then card number 11, in perfect harmony, we have key concepts: togetherness, healthy and harmonious partnerships, commitment to a relationship, collaboration with others, and interdependence. Yeah, I love this. So yeah, you're just really becoming, maybe you have found someone you are equally yoked with. Maybe you have found someone who is just, that balances you out and you balance them out as well, pile number ones, or you will be. Okay. So that's what I'm getting, my loves. But yeah, so yeah, this is the end of your reading. I really hope this reading resonated with you. If you like this reading, if it resonated with you, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. Again, my dreamy dreamers, I love you so much. And until next time, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number twos, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this Justice card from the Sun, Moon Tarot. Okay, so I really love this Justice card because it's, the person is levitating, you know, or they're flying, you know, they're staying in one place off the ground, right? And you can see the yin and the yang symbolism with the balance here. And we have, well, I know that stands for Libra, you know, that little sign. And I don't know what this is. It looks like an A, but I can't really tell. But we do have the heart and the feather, and they're balanced. They're perfectly balanced. So with this card, it has a Hebrew letter on it. So I want to get the guidebook so I can read to y'all what this Hebrew letter says, if I can find it. OMG. Somewhere in here. My goodness. Here we go. No, that's not it. That's a different one. Oh, here it is. Huh. Okay, so the Hebrew letter that's signified here. Okay, so I gotta read this to y'all because this one's a really cool description. So it says justice linked with Libra, excuse me, associated with balance, meditation, and justice. The veils of illusion, misdirection, and self-deceit have been cut away. Okay. It says justice insists on simplicity, clarity, balance, and honesty. We must look at ourselves honestly and accept the truth of what we have done and what has happened to us. A balance is found between our actions and the circumstances. The sword with the moon symbol, oh my goodness. The sword with the moon symbolizes justice, integrity, and creative spirit. The scales bring into balance the present and the future. Butterfly wings promise transformation. Alpha and Omega, so that's the A and then the Omega sign, right? So the A is right underneath the heart and the Omega sign is right underneath the feather. Alpha and Omega signal the beginning, the end, and completion. Like full moons, these spheres are perfect forms. Ideas put into words. The Hebrew character Teth is a symbol of a serpent representing redemption. I love this. And it's interesting, pile number twos, because so off bat, what I'm getting is, set the intention for redemption. Like, I love that. I'm obsessed with this reading already. Once you set the intention of redemption, then you will be redeemed, right? You'll be more inclined to take those action steps that is needed to redeem yourself, even if it's from yourself, right? Like it said, self-deceit. And it's interesting that it said self-deceit, pile number ones, because at the bottom of the deck, y'all got Seven of Swords. And I really do feel like this has a lot to do with maybe lying to yourself or self-deception, right? About something. So I digress. Let's begin with your reading, pile number two. So I'll list off your cards and then we can begin with breaking down your spread, okay? So we have card number 15, Temptations, with Nyaloro Kindle, okay? That's the goddess Nyaloro Kindle. And I think this represented like a siren. This is like a siren goddess. We have the Two of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. We have card number 5 with Tradition, Juno. We have card number, I believe this is 16, with Balance, Yamana. Okay. So I know a lot of you guys might be confused. You might think I'm talking about the goddess Yemaya. I don't know if I'm not pronouncing her name right, because I know how to pronounce Yemaya, but this says Yamana. So I don't know if it's a different goddess. I'll read from the guidebook once we come to this card. We have the King of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Princess of Swords, the Prince of Swords, and the Prince of Spades, which is the Prince of Wands. So in the You Now Heart of the Matter position, we have Temptation with Naya Laurel Kidul. Okay, so if my memory serves me correctly, I know in this goddess is like a siren, right? The siren of the seas that would probably lure men, and then or lure people, whatever, and they'd end up, perishing through drowning, right? So obviously this is the devil card in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. So what I'm getting, pile number ones, you've been giving into temptations a lot, right? Or obsessive tendencies. And I think what that is doing, right, is it's giving you these false ideas about yourself and about the people around you. So be conscientious of that. I can see with the King of Swords at beneath this, right? You're cutting this off, or you should ask for the intention to cut this off once and for all. Whatever it is that is no longer serving you, whether that's negative thoughts, whether that's negative patterns, and maybe not every single negative pattern, because we're people, so we need vices. It's not like completely eliminating vices. It's going to a healthier one, right? So like a lot of the times when people stop eating junk food, or they stop like wanting to do maybe like not the best things for their health, what do they exchange maybe eating a lot or eating junk food with? A lot of times people will do that, will exchange going to the gym. So they'll become like obsessed with working out or going to the gym, right? So that's just one example. But I feel like you might even be allured or called into something. Okay? I'm getting like a siren call, but you could also be the siren as well, pile number twos, okay? So in the challenge / blockage position, we have the Two of Cups. This could have something to do with a relationship, right? This could have something to do with maybe what you're doing right now, like how you're living, pile number twos. Could be challenging your relationship, or could cause in the future challenge to your relationship, because it's affecting your mind, right? Especially even with the King of Swords, it's affecting your mind. I feel like right now you're strong enough to cut this out, but if you persist too long with this, maybe this lifestyle you're leading, I'm not saying it's like crazy. It could just be like, maybe you're not getting enough sleep. Maybe you have stopped your meditation, your meditative or your prayer regimen, right? Maybe something that you're doing is a little off, that once you get it back on track, or once you get back on track, it'll help you be more fluid, right? It'll help you to not experience these Eight of Swords moments about maybe a relationship or about a person or a partnership, right? It'll allow you to release self-deceit and allow you to come into the understanding of like, oh no, it was my thoughts that were playing tricks on me because of what I was doing, right? What I was listening to, what I was watching, what I was entertaining, all right? So in the conscious position, we have the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you want a new opportunity as it pertains to maybe your external world, your finances, relationships, different things of that nature, okay? And also, there could be a windfall of abundance coming in. Maybe that's something that you're working towards, okay? Is this windfall of abundance in any or all areas of your life, okay? So in the unknown influence position, we have Juno, the goddess Juno, card number 5 with tradition. Huh. And it's interesting because she has this moon, like right, just perfectly cut above her head. And then it's interesting because she has peacocks surrounding her. Love the color scheme, by the way. Wow. So long story short, in the unknown influence position, with a Juno, what I'm getting, because this is the Hierophant card, right? So what I'm getting is that maybe you're reverting back to what you've known for so long, right? And I think that is what could be, it's like a blessing and a curse, right? Because it's like, okay, what you've known for so long is great. But also, it could bring on these obsessive tendencies, right? It could bring on these less than savory aspects of your personality. And it might lead to a little immaturity. And I say that with the Prince of Cups being at the bottom here, or being, beneath this Hierophant card, because the Prince of Cups, loves love, but it's like they love the romanticism of the beginning stages of love, right? The princes in the tarot signify fickle energy, the extremities of a situation, right? On either end. So I feel like what you've known for so long has been immaturity, and it's time to grow up. Pile number twos. Sorry, I'm kind of saying it so blunt, but that's kind of what I'm getting. It's like this indoctrination that's happening here. So you have a choice right now. You really do. And it's interesting because we have one king here, and that's the King of Swords. So you've mastered your mind to a certain degree. You have this master intellect, but how are you using it? How are you wielding it, right? And I feel like to set the intention to give you clarity and to cut out toxicity or negativity or just the things that are not serving you or that will not attribute to your growth or the growth of others, right? Whether that be spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, you name it. In the past influence, we have balance, okay? This is great. We have balance with Yamana. So I want to read the Yamana card out of this guidebook just for clarification purposes, because okay, so Yamana, that's so interesting. I don't know if Yemaya goes by different names, but that's what it says, Yamana. It says, Yamana, the Santeria goddess of the ocean, is often called upon to provide rain, water that brings forth life and nurtures the earth. Like the waters of the womb, she symbolizes the divine balance between heaven and earth, okay? So it says she's a Santeria goddess, so maybe she's somewhere from South America. So that could be the difference of the namesake, but, I think this is derivative of Yemaya. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that, y'all. Excuse me. So again, in the past influence position, we have, I think this is card number 16 with balance, Yamana. And with this, you could have been dealing with a Sagittarius, okay? You don't have to be, but that's one, that is one storyline. Also, you could be dealing with, from the past, restoring balance, right? And doing things in moderation. See, this is what this is talking about. Okay. This is a very clear reading at this point. I really don't even have to continue with the spread, but I'm going to. But give not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. You guys know that song, that passage of, like, I think it's the Lord's Prayer. I'm just kind of stating things that are coming to my mind about this temptation card, right? Do everything in moderation. I feel like you've been overdoing things, right? Maybe going, what we used to say is like doing it to the neck, right? Like that could be drinking, that could be maybe smoking, whether that be cigarettes or other things, you know, that could be anything. Well, I don't want to say smoking other things. Hopefully it doesn't go past cigarettes or, you know, cannabis, but you know, I digress. Long story short, pile number twos. I feel as if you have been trying to find a moderation in your life, right? Because I feel like you've been really going overboard with certain things that you do, or at least that those have been your feelings, right? With the King of Swords here, I do feel as if you do want to take some incentive to cut down on that or to cut certain things off, whether that be addictions, whether that be obsessions, you name it, right? So in the approaching influence, of course, we have the King of Swords. Yeah, this is you. You're about to really kind of like be vigilant in cutting off toxicity or temptations or things that just are less than savory to who you want to be, right? Not who you are right now, but to who you want to be, where it is that you're going, okay? In the inner resources or talents position, wow, interesting. You have the Eight of Swords, which I feel like, okay, how can this be an inner resource or talent? Maybe you are awakening to the fact that, okay, look, everything is not what it seems. Everything is not what I think it is, okay? With the Eight of Swords, the beauty about the Eight of Swords is it's all just the mind, right? And this person can get out of this self-imposed prison. So maybe you might find yourself in self-imposed, you know, situations or mindsets, and you constantly are able to like open your eyes and realize, okay, this is of my doing. So if it's of my doing, then I can undo it, right? And that could be very beneficial to you at this moment. However, pile number ones, if this is in your inner resource or talent, the Eight of Swords, I need to know more. I need to know more. Hold on. Because I just need to know what are the benefits of the Eight of Swords? Because I know that there are, you know, in every card, there's a good, something good, and there's something not so great about the, oh, okay. It says keywords, restriction, self-sabotage, isolation, vulnerability. So that could be your best resource right now, or your talent is being vulnerable, being able to be vulnerable. Okay. It says key phrases here: feeling fenced in, lack of freedom to choose, feeling trapped and bound by a situation, waiting to be rescued, scattered ideas in no direction, feeling powerless or victimized, floundering in feelings, bound by your illusions. Oof. Okay, so what I'm getting is, oh, that makes sense. So wanting to be rescued here as an inner resource or talent with the Two of Cups, that could be wanting to be rescued by a partner. That could be wanting to be rescued by love, okay? Something external from you also. And with the Eight of Swords, being vulnerable, that is a gift. That is a power. That is an inner resource, okay? Because when we're able to be vulnerable, we allow other people permission to be vulnerable around us, which could lead to connectivity, right? Which is the Two of Cups. When we show our, you know, what maybe stirs us inside, it gives other people the permission to be like, okay, well, maybe I can let my guard down a little bit and be a little bit more vulnerable with them. So how others see you is a Princess of Swords. Okay, they could see you as very curious. They could see you maybe even as a trickster, maybe even a little gossip girl or boy, right? They can see you as just sharp and witty, right? Sharp with your wit. So in the hopes and fears, we have Prince of Cups. I feel like you hope love. You want a new romantic cycle to begin, right? You want that kind of like that Prince Charming. Definitely look at this Princess of Swords, and how she's looking at this Prince of Cups, right? So it's almost like you're longing for someone to rescue you, pile number twos. But you got to rescue yourself, babes. You have to rescue yourself. You have to be your own rescue. And then, boom, once you realize that, here this king comes, okay? But yeah, again, in the hopes and fears position, we have the Prince of Cups. So yeah, the hope is to be asked out, to be with someone, to, you know, enjoy each other's company, right? To be in that bliss of the honeymoon stage of a relationship. But your fear is also of what happens after the honeymoon stage. What happens after, when now it's time to really commit to each other, right? Tradition, Juno, the Hierophant. What happens when the peacocking stage, right? The, you know, flouncing around and, you know, showing your best attributes as we do in relationships in the beginning, right? What happens when all that illusion is cast aside? Is this person going to be there? Are you still going to be there? Okay. Would you, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of immaturity here because we have a princess card, a prince, and a prince. We have two princes. And the outcome is the Prince of Staves. So this could mean like you're still not there yet. But to set the intention of, what do I really want? I really want this balance, and I'm learning, you know, I'm growing. I'm almost there, you know. I'm committing to it, or I'm in the processes of committing to the things that I want, taking action, right? But I still do have my ways. So a lot of you all who's viewing this reading, some of you, I won't say a lot, but some could be anywhere between the ages of like 19 to like 27, maybe 30, I don't know, but seemingly very like still young in your mind, young at heart, so to speak, right? But I feel like asking for the intention to be more mature, you know, in regards to what it is that you want, right? Being mature about it, because sometimes we are so caught up in ourselves at times, pile number twos, that we kind of lack the maturity that it takes to like want what's best for us and another person. So with the Prince of Staves here, I'm getting that in the outcome position, like you could still be struggling to balance impulsivity in your life, right? Maybe jumping from one extreme to the next, okay? So yeah, so let's pull some more cards. Pile number twos to conclude your reading. I'm sorry, y'all. It's early. It's real early. So, and I'm like, I haven't had coffee. Not an excuse, but so I really hope this reading was like a little concise. I feel like my words are a little jumbled today. So please excuse me. Bear with me. But let's see. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number twos. What intentions would best benefit pile number twos to set during this new moon in Libra spirit? Clear, concise, accurate messages. What intentions would best benefit pile number twos to set during this, during this new moon in Libra? Card number 16, the Royal You. And this is card number 16, the balance, Yamana, my goodness. But anywho, so yeah, know your royalty. Some of you all might have really enjoyed pile number one as well, or you might have been wondering which pile to pick between pile one and this pile. Let's see, two more cards, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Interesting. We have a deep breath. Card number 7. One more card, Spirit. What intentions would best benefit pile number 2s to set during this new moon in Libra? Okay, so y'all got 4 cards. Love it. We have card number 31 at the bottom of the deck, Call of the Muse. Lovely. We have card number 34, Opening to Discovery. Yes, I love this so much. And we have card number 27, A Grand Symphony. Pile number 2s. Okay, so oh, goodness gracious. How about that? So we have card number 16, 1 and 6, that equals 7, right? We have card number 7, and then we have card number 34, which is 7. So 7, 7, 7. I had a feeling that was going to come out. So God, Spirit, Source energy is really guiding you right now. And I feel like the intentions that you'd best benefit setting pile number 2s is the intention to know that, babes, you are royal and you already have a crown that has been bought and paid for. Put it on. It's your birthright. It's who you are. You live inside of the throne, right? The throne is you. And I feel like you're going to come to this state of peace that you have been wanting for a while now, okay? With a deep breath, okay? There's this peaceful nature that's arising out of you. And it's interesting because we have, what is this, the lotus? We have 2 lotus flowers that are blooming right now. One amazingly like this, almost like, I don't even know how to put it, but this in a spectacular way, and one in a very natural, kind of soft, earthly way, right? So it's like one of the mind and one of just the body, one of earth. With card number 34, we have opening to discovery. So I feel like you're opening yourself up to the unknown, you know, what's next, what is for you, what isn't. And wow, would you look at this key? I don't know if y'all can see it, but look. Sorry, I had to like put the light up. If you could see this key, it's gorgeous. It's like beautiful, right? So I feel like you have this amazing key within you. You're being given the keys because you've been asking for them, right? You've been asking for something and you're about to get your answer. Pile number 2s. And with card number 7, yeah, you're about to get your answer and it's going to get you some closure. With a grand symphony, that's what I'm getting. The questions that you're asking, you're about to get closure on, babes. You're about to get closure on for sure. I kind of just want to read a little bit of the Grand Symphony card. You're about to start being your own muse as well. 27. Yeah, it says inclusivity, being a part of the whole, removing bias, seeing the interconnectedness of all, knowing that everything you do has a consequence, unity, consciousness, the end of division. Yeah. There's like closure here, but there's also like peace within this closure. There's also like it says, a grand symphony, like this inclusive, divine spark that's about to be released out of you. And this is what you're opening up to. You're about to have like a new awakening, pile number 2s, okay? And it's going to be a peaceful one. It's going to bring you a lot of peace, and it's going to bring you a lot of power of your mind as well, okay? So with that being said, pile number 2s, I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit the thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content. Hey, pile number 3s, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this adjustment card. So in this deck, which is the Autonomic Tarot, the Justice card is represented by the card, the 8th card in the Major Arcana, which is usually interchangeable with the Strength card. So whenever you see like a Justice as card number 8, or you might see the Strength card as card number 11, I think that happens because in older decks, the Justice card used to be card number 8, and then Strength used to be card number 11. So the intentions that would best benefit you to set during this Libra new moon would be to make a lot of internal adjustments. And I say internal adjustments because you have this sword going through the heart center of this figure here, right? And you can tell that it's almost like a lot of this chaos surrounding this person, and they're trying to find this like equanimity within the chaos, right? So that's what I'm getting here. Like, there might have been something that really pierced through you, maybe in the recent past, pile number threes. And I feel like you are now just coming to grips with it. And now you're making the much needed adjustments so that you can relieve yourself of a lot of like anguish or strain that whatever has happened put on you, okay? Also, I don't know why I'm getting the feeling of claustrophobia in this card too. Like, you see how like this person's hands is stretched out almost to the brim. Like, they can't stretch them out any further. Like, the walls are closing in on them. So I feel like you, pile number threes, you guys could be just going through a transition period in your life right now and setting the intentions of like almost how like the strength to change what you can, and also the strength and resilience to accept what you can't change, right? That's what I'm getting here with the adjustments card. And in this particular deck, I'm assuming the justice card, this adjustment card is like the justice card in this deck. I could be wrong, but I think it is, just because I want to show you all the card number 11. And card number 11 is lust. And I'm thinking this is more along the lines of the strength card, because whenever I look at the strength card as it pertains to the Rider-Waite Tarot, I always think about kind of like taming our lower nature, right? So, which a lot of the times it is lust, it is, greed or things of that nature, right? The lower devices that we tend to lean on when we're not in our conscious mind, right? When we're on autopilot or, kind of fill in the blanks. So I'm just getting that what you should, the intentions that you should set during this new moon in Libra is to make adjustments with grace and ease, right? The adjustments that you might need to make during this time, okay? But that's just one of them. So let's move forward, my loves, with our reading. So we have in the you now heart of the matter position, the 9 of Pentacles. So you might find yourself doing things independently, pile number threes, okay? You might understand that you have all the resources available to you, and that, you're doing your thing right now. You're living your life. You might even have certain luxuries that can kind of like tide you over. But I feel like you are in a quest for more, my loves. You are in a quest for more when it comes to this 9 of Pentacles, right? And I say that because in the blockage/challenge position, we have the 3 of Staves. So I feel like, yes, you might have all that you need and even the things that you want, but you know that there is something more for you. You know that there's something bigger for you that's calling out to you, right? With the 3 of Staves, which is the 3 of Wands, it talks about expansion. It talks about waiting for our ships to come in. So maybe you're even waiting on this extra that you've been wanting, right? And with this adjustments card, maybe it's not here just yet also, right? Because with the 9 of Pentacles being in the you now position, heart of the matter is maybe you're waiting for those extra pentacles to come in so you can have grace and ease in your life, right? So that could be something there too. Also, you could be waiting for your love, because look, 9 of Pentacles, and then we have right underneath the 9 of Pentacles, love, Venus. So you could be waiting for that partner, waiting for that connection, right? That's almost like been promised to you in some way, shape, or form, pile number threes, okay? So in the conscious In the what is this position? In the conscious goal position, we have the Six of Swords. So your conscious goal is to kind of like take it easy, really find some peace of mind and be brought into a state of tranquility in your mind, right? If you can see here, we have these shadows of these dragonflies. So I feel like you're protected on your journey, okay? You guys could be traveling, or maybe your conscious goal is to travel to a better mindset than you currently have right now, and to just find some easement in the way you've been thinking about things, or the way you've been kind of thinking about life lately. But I feel like there's a lot of spirit guides around you telling you that there is nothing to fear. And that everything is working out for you if you just trust, right? Six of Swords, and at the beneath the Six of Swords, we have movement with the goddess Rhiannon. So I'm also getting that, there could be a lot of movement in general going on, and you just haven't seen it yet, right? Also, there could be some type of travel going on. Maybe you're astral projecting at night and it's keeping you up. Maybe you're almost being something about travel, especially with the Three of Staves here in the blockage / challenge position, pile number 3s as well. I feel like you're expecting something to come in, something or someone, but you're about to start seeing some movement in your life rather quickly, okay? So in the unknown influence position, we have the Two of Staves, okay? So again, y'all are waiting for something, and I feel like this is gonna come in as soon as you make these adjustments. I feel like maybe you could be, you know what I'm getting also? You could be, it could be time to move. Maybe you're feeling kind of claustrophobic in the space, or in maybe your living quarters, or wherever you're at right now. You could be growing out of something, right? So you have to make the adjustments required in order to kind of like, because you're expanding, right? You're expanding. And I don't know if you're expanding your consciousness. I don't know if what's happening right now, pile number 3s, but yeah, you are expanding, my loves. Y'all are expanding. And I feel like God, Spirit, Source, Energy, your angels, ancestors, and guides are urging you to get on the move with something, to make these adjustments so that you can secure maybe this new space, whether it be living quarters, maybe it might be traveling or something like that. So you can secure something within your future, because in the what is this position again? I think this is the unknown influence position. We have the Two of Staves. So I feel like you really are you really have the world in the palm of your hands, whether you realize that or not, pile number 3s. And it's going to be up to you to plan accordingly in conjunction with these adjustments that need to be made, right? I feel like you're doing so even subconsciously, right? You see the Six of Swords and they're moving towards this Two of Staves. So this could be travel, right? Maybe you don't even realize that you're being asked to travel somewhere or to leave something behind, because you are just simply growing out of it, okay? Yeah, this is the unknown influence position, okay? So in the past influence position, we have the Princess of Pentacles. I feel like you're learning a lot about who you are on the external. You could be learning a lot about the things that you want out of life right now in regards to the material things that you might want out of life, whether that be a partnership, whether that be a certain type of external transformation, whether that be even schooling, right? Going back to school, starting over, starting anew. That's what I'm getting with this Princess of Pentacles here, which is the Page of Pentacles. You could be being asked right now, or have been asked, to really take inventory of your life right now, pile number 3s, and what is it that you want for your future? like material wise? Do you want a partner? Do you want a spouse, you know, a long-term committed relationship? Do you want, how do you want to live, so to speak, is what I'm getting, okay? And there's a lot of movement, literally. We have card number 7, which is typically the Chariot card in the center of the reading, and it says movement. So there's a lot of movement here, and there is a lot of adjustments that need to be made in regards towards this movement, right? So in the approaching influence, we have love Venus, okay? So this is the Lover's card, and I feel like there is a lot of love surrounding you right now, and that's coming into your life, pile number 3, whether that be romantic love, familial love, platonic love, right? Or just overall loving yourself and feeling comfortable with loving yourself and who you are, okay? Because Venus, they're looking a lot like the Empress card right now. You feel me? Like, they're looking a lot like they're ready to be adorned. They're ready for love, right? They're ready for it. So in the inner resources or talents, we have card number 3, fertility. I feel like, and we have the goddess Estanteli, okay? And I feel like she's a corn goddess, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And I think she's a Native American goddess as well. So with card number 3, fertility, look at how both of these, oh my goodness, you can't make this up. Look at how both of these images are stretching their hands out. You know what I'm getting, pile number 3, is this is really major. This is major. God, Spirit, Source, Energy wants you to take up space. You have been expanding and you're not understanding that right now you need to take up as much space as physically possible. You need to give yourself that right now, pile number 3s, because if you don't, who will? And the adjustments that need to be made is you're expanding to such a great capacity that your outside world or your environment is too small. It's almost like I posted this a minute ago in the community tab. Don't tell small-minded people your big dreams or something like that. That's what I'm getting. Only these 2 goddesses, these 2 figures are expanding their arms because God, Spirit, Source, Energy wants you to take up space. They want you to stop playing small. Pile number 3s, dream big, love big, and ask for big things, right? That's what I'm getting here. And in regards to your inner resources and talents, I feel like you're going to do that. You're extremely creative. You're extremely beautiful inside and out, whether male, female, or however you want to identify, you are that person. So continue to stretch out as wide as you can. Dream the biggest dreams and do not be afraid of that because you are really expanding in consciousness and in who you are, pile number 3s. You are really expanding yourself. And sometimes it is uncomfortable. But God, Spirit, Source, Energy is giving you this expansive energy for a reason because they know that you can handle it. Okay? So, and how others see you, we have card number 7, movement, with the goddess Rhiannon. They know you're on the move. They know you're going places, pile number 3s, because you are able to be this expansive creature. You're able to look outside the box, okay? You don't want to be stifled and weighed down any longer, you know? This is really deep. I kind of want to read a little bit of Rhiannon from this goddess tarot. Let's see. Oh, wow. And yeah, that's so interesting. So it says, movement Rhiannon. The British horse goddess Rhiannon is believed to appear to her followers while riding an unearthly white horse. In this way, Rhiannon symbolizes the unceasing force of movement which pulls all of life along with it. Exactly, the unceasing force of movement. You are being urged to ask for the intentionality to adjust and expand whatever you need to in your life right now. Pile number 3s. Like, this is major. This is big. You're on this quest. You really are, because there is a lot of movement here, in regardless of even this particular movement card or the 6 of Swords. We have the 3 of Staves and the 2 of Staves. Okay, so this is all signifying transitions and movement, to make those moves now so that they will prepare you for your future and what's to come. I love this energy. Wow, I just can't get over this. I can't get over this. You can't make this up. Okay, so in the hopes / or fears position, we have the 5 of Swords. I feel like you want to expand, you want to grow, and you want to do so even in spite of making people uncomfortable, but then you're also worried. You don't want to lose any more people out of your life. And I'm not speaking of, like, you know, perishing people, like, you know, people who are, like, you know, transitioning, you know, outside of this world. But I feel like you don't want to lose any more friends. You know what I'm saying? Because when we grow and when we ascend, right, when our vibrations increase, sometimes people in our lives have to go. And I feel like you're a little nervous about that. It's like, yes, you want to win, but at what cost, right? With the 5 of Swords. Because this person is alone. She grabbed all the swords and it's like, okay, well, now what? You know? And I feel like you hope to be victorious. You hope to be expansive. You hope to grow. But it's like, can my heart endure? Hello? Dang, this card is talking. Can my heart endure any more people being excluded out of my life, or any more people willingly leaving my life because of my growth or my development? Okay, but this is, again, all in your head. Pile number 3s, you know? It's, I don't know about all in your head, but the Swords cards do stand for thoughts. These are the thoughts that you're thinking right now, you know? So in regards to the outcome position, we have the Moon and we have the 8 of Swords. So I feel like you're really going to go deep into your shadow, okay? And you're really going to try to, not even try, you're going to unleash these mental bonds and constraints that you might have on yourself in regards to fear of maybe going down this road alone if you have to. Because I feel like this is bigger than you, pile number 3s. This is your calling. And I feel like you're really going to have to integrate the things that you might fear and realize that, you know, it was just fear that you needed to be scared of, nothing else. And really, not even to be afraid of fear, because fear is false evidence appearing real, right? You see how there's all these wolves around Diana, the goddess Diana, and she's walking amongst them. She's made one with her enemies, so to speak, the things, the creatures in the night that should be devouring her. She's made friends with them. Whew, that's deep, child. That's deep. Pile number 3s, bottom of the deck. Just check this out. 4 of Pentacles. You're holding on to something that you need to let go of because you are expanding. God's spirit source energy is really calling you to be the best person you can possibly be in this lifetime, and not to wait to the next one. This is deep, deep. Okay, so let's pull some more cards. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 3s. Tell us more, God. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 3s. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for intentions that they should set that would benefit them the most during this Libra full moon. Okay, so this card fell out. I'm going to take this card because it seemed like it wanted to come out. One more card, Spirit. Advice, guidance, and wisdom. Oh my goodness, you cannot make this up. Bottom of the deck, we have card number 38. There are endless possibilities. You're the one. Pile number 3s. You're growing beyond your environment, and you need to understand that, take heed to that, and set the intention to be best equipped to handle this expansion, okay? So let's see. We have, oh my goodness, card number 34, opening to discovery. Yeah, you're being asked to go on a quest. Card number 21, exposed and revealed. And we have card number 19, waking the lion. This is the fierceness that's within you. This is what this expansion is talking about. You are lethal, pile number 3s. You have so much of a broad capacity. Your mind is so brilliant. Your heart is so big. Your energy is so pure. It is in confinement with where you're at in your environment right now. And God, Spirit, Source, Energy is really asking you to break out, okay? Break free of it. So I want to read card number 34 for y'all. We're just going to read the key concepts here. It says card number 34, opening to discovery, key concepts, the small bits of data you collect from the world to form ideas, the transfer of vital information via the universe, always speaking to you, the need to integrate information and be discerning about what you expose yourself to. Oh my goodness. And then we have exposed and revealed. So what I'm also getting, pile number 3s, is that God, Spirit, Source, Energy wants you to set the intention to only expose yourself to the best, to the most quality, and to the most heart-centered information, whether that be media, whether that be whatever you're consuming, because I feel like you are such a learner with this Princess of Pentacles here that you absorb everything for good, bad, or indifference, and God, Spirit, Source, Energy really wants you to key in on that, right? Really wants you to see that. Okay, especially with this exposed and revealed, okay? You're very vulnerable right now, and when we're vulnerable, we're open to a lot of like things, whether that be, like I said, good, bad, or indifferent, okay? So be very weary of what you expose yourself to via the internet, via media, television, movies, you name it, especially upon sleeping as well. Wow, that's so trippy. Okay, so let's read card number 21. It says exposed and revealed. It says healing shame, the imposter syndrome, letting go of self-condemnation, freedom from past unresolved wounds, focusing on self-worth, the underlying beauty in rejection. Exactly. Rejection is God's protection. Always understand that, my dears. Always understand that. Trust me, you're being protected and guided at every step. So there's no reason for you to fear rejection. And rejection just leads you to what is for you. Like, I know it's so cliche to hear and to say, but it's the truth, okay? So we have card number 19. It says waking the lion. It says boldness, the courage to move forward even without knowing the way. Boom. Okay, it says facing that which is difficult or painful, the audacity to step into the unknown, period. Pile number 3s. Whew. Wow. Messages for y'all during this Libra new moon, okay? Y'all are being asked to really go the distance right now because only you can take this path that is uniquely yours, my loves. So I want to pull one more card from my pile number 3s because that was very deep. Let's see. One more card from the Moonology deck. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Last message for our pile number 3s. Last message for our pile number 3s. Clear, concise, accurate messages, Spirit, for our pile number 3s. What else do they need to know? Concluding their reading, Spirit. Okay, so this flipped out. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. I'm just getting love yourself. Oh my goodness, look at what's at the bottom of the deck. You're very close to achieving your goal, Gibbous Moon. Just love yourself unrelentingly, right? Love yourself like your life depends on it, so to speak, okay? I'm going to read a little bit of this bring love into the situation card. Okay, so it says Aquarius is all about progress and modernity. Okay, it says, so this is the time to move forwards. Wait, so this is the time to move forwards. I think that's a little mistype. Wow, it keeps saying move forward. Upward, onward, upward, forward thinking, right? The new moon in Aquarius card means no looking back. Change is on its way and it could come quickly. Whether you get the change you want depends both on whether you believe you can have it and how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. It says this card comes with the suggestion that you may need to do things independently on your own, but be loving, not too pragmatic. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up. Aquarius energy has an electric feel to it. Certainly, there is a sense that you need to let go of the past and move forward your future and move towards your future as soon as possible. So it says, attuned to the moon, explore the idea that it's not what you know, but whom you know, period. Pile number 3, additional meanings for this card. You need to be more detached from the situation, thinking outside the box. What did I say? I said something about thinking outside the box too. So it says thinking outside the box will bring the solution. More pragmatism is called for. Improve your karma by doing some charitable work. So you might need to give things away, right? Or give more of yourself to the people in your life, right? Okay, so yeah, pile number 3 is beautiful reading. You're expanding so far beyond your comfort zone. It might be a little unnerving, but this is what's calling for you. Your soul is calling for you to do this, okay? So with that being said, my lovely dreamers, I love you so much. Pile number 3s, if you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from these messages provided here today. Again, pile number 3s, if you are looking for a personal reading, my email will be in the description box down below if you all are interested in that, okay? So with that being said, I love you so much, my dears, and until next time, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 4s, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this Justice card from the Hey, pile number 4s, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this Justice card from the Book of Shadows tarot deck. Okay, so with this Justice card, this person looks like she is being very comforted and comfortable right now after a hard day's work or after a long day, right? She's feeling a lot of relief. So in regards to the intentions being set right now, I feel like the feeling of relaxation and relief from a long period of struggle or uphill movement, right? No pun intended either with that uphill movement, because this person in this depiction is taking off her heels and they're like, finally, some relief, right? They're rubbing their feet. They feel very satisfied with the day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of satisfaction here. With the intentions that are being set right now during this new moon in Libra, okay? So I digress. Let's move forward with your reading, pile number 4. So we have at the bottom of the deck the moon, okay? This is the second pile, I believe, that this moon card came up at the bottom of the deck. So I'm getting that you're about to start making friends with the shadowy aspects of either your personality or what's going on around the world or in your environment. You're about to start making friends with these wolves, okay? So much so, these wolves are kind of like going along with what it is that you're doing, right? You're making friends with your shadow right now. You're making friends with the unsavory parts of your personality. You're not hiding it anymore. You're integrating it, pile number 4s, okay? So with that being said, let's get into your reading, my love. So in the you now heart of the matter position, we have the Queen of Pentacles, okay? You want abundance. You want a good life. So much so that it's not just for you, but you want to give to others, okay? That is your intention. And it seems like you're nervous about the things that you are able to give and to get as well, pile number 4. So I feel like you're about to start transforming the way you think, and you're also being asked to stop worrying about the things that you can't control or what's going on in your environment. Okay, you could be dealing with a Virgo also, because I know the 9 of Swords does represent Virgo in the minor arcana. In the blockage / challenge position, we have the 7 of Pentacles. So this could have a lot to do with kind of like reaping the fruits of your labor. Seeing whether, I feel like you're kind of contemplative right now on what it is how you should move forward in your life and what it is that you should work on next. Should you keep working on the things that you're doing right now? Are they sustainable to work on? Or should you turn away and work on something else, work towards something else, okay? With the Queen of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles energy, I'm getting that you are really looking for stability in your life, more particularly within yourself, right? You want to be independent or more so interdependent, but you don't want to be codependent on anybody but you, right? You want to call the shots, and you want to be able to do so because this is coming from a place of wanting to serve more people, right? So when we serve more people, just by like karmic law, we're also serving ourselves, right? It makes us happy. It makes us feel good when we can help others. And I feel that that's really what you're leaning in towards. You want to set the intentions of how can I serve more people in my life, right? In or around my life or environment. So with the Queen of Swords here in the conscious goal position, you want to call the shots. You want to make very well-informed decisions about your life, and maybe even in regards to the life of others, right? Because I feel like you have a lot of experience, but you still have a lot to learn. In the Queen of Swords position, she's a boss, right? So I feel like you are really working towards this queendom or kingdom that you're building, right? And it's interesting because we have at the bottom the 2 of Cups. So it's almost as if you are wanting to be very precise and wise in the decisions that you make. And it could be in regards to a connection here. But you're really going inward to think things through logically, right? You are looking towards logic and justice, so to speak, right? To make the best decisions, not just for you, but for everyone involved with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords might come off kind of like curt or very frank and very maybe even a little short, but she's doing so just because she's earned that power due to her expertise, right? In the unconscious influence position, or the not unconscious influence, the unknown influence position, pile number 4s, we have the Prince of Pentacles, which represents the Knight of Pentacles. So I'm getting, you still got a lot of work to do. Slow and steady wins the race, right? On the unknown influences. And maybe that's what you're understanding. Like, look, it's still going to take some time. It's still going to take some time to get to where I need to go, but I'm going to get there, okay? And it's interesting because all these figures are looking towards the left, right? So in tarot, when certain figures in the cards are looking towards the left, they're really going inward. They're really looking within themselves to see what it is that they need to do and who it is that they need to become in the process, okay? In the past influence position, we have card number 15 with Temptation, with the goddess Naya Laura Kidul. Okay, so I feel like you could have been wrapped up in a lot of things that just, a lot of toxicity, to be honest, pile number 4s, a lot of toxic thoughts, a lot of obsessive thoughts, a lot of lower vibrational thoughts, right, with temptations. With the Temptation card here, I do want to read a little bit from this guidebook. So it says, within the green waves of the Pacific Ocean resides the seductive mermaid goddess Naye Loro Kadul. Her powers reflect the temptation of illusion, of beauties which may be enslaving, of obsessions which control. Exactly. Something was controlling your mind, okay? And it could have been masqueraded in the form of beauty or something along those lines, okay? It was luring you to the depths of your despair. Pile number 4s, okay? But I feel like as this is in the past influence position, I feel like you're overcoming those temptations of illusions, the temptation of illusion. And illusions, smoke and mirrors can be very tempting, but they can also lead to our deep despair. And I feel like you're coming out of that situation right now, okay? In the approaching influence, we have the 9 of Swords. I feel like maybe, I thought maybe you were going to be coming out of this situation, but I feel like these temptations, these fears, these illusions are coming to the surface now, right? I feel like maybe they've permeated to your subconscious and maybe they're kind of keeping you up at night, or you're not having the best sleep because of the thoughts that you're thinking. But I feel like you're quelling these thoughts, or you are circumventing these thoughts, okay? You know you are of higher mind, so I just feel like it's coming to the surface, and maybe that's a good thing, okay? It has to kind of like come to the surface so they could clear up, right? It's like something being brought to the head. In the inner resources or talent position, we have the 3 of Pentacles. So I feel like you're able to collaborate with yourself, with your spiritual team, in order to kind of like get a grip of reality, right? You could be collaborating with people on the external world too, in order to make your next move your best move, so to speak. Pile number 4s as well, with the 7 of Pentacles and 3 of Pentacles. You could be really building something really beautiful here, okay? Because I don't know why I'm getting the what is that palace in India? That's like a love letter to someone. The Taj Mahal. I don't know why I'm getting that here with the 3 of Pentacles, but I feel like you're building something that's epic, and you just need to keep going, and don't let your fears be so loud. Don't let your fears be louder than your dreams. Pile number 4s, okay? In the how people see you, we have the 2 of Cups. People love you. People see that you're someone that they would really like to work with, and someone that they would really like to get to know, okay? You know your ish with the Queen of Swords here, and I feel like people are really coming to grips with that. People are seeing it for what it is and who you are, and people want to make manifest with you. People want you on their team, okay? Because you're a winner. In the hopes and or fears position, we have the 4 of Swords. I feel like you hope to get a lot of rest. You hope to kind of like relieve a lot of stress from your body, but you also don't want to rest too much to where you can't get your work done, to where you can't get the daily task that provide for you so that you can build this big dream of yours, right? You don't want to it's almost like you don't want to waste time resting too much, because you don't want to end up resting on your laurels, right? You just want to keep this ship moving moving as long as possible and as far as it can go. And in the outcome position, we have contemplation, Chango. So this is the Hermit card, card number 9, right? So I feel like you're really going inward. Like I was saying, you're really going inward to find the resolutions that's going to help you on in your external life, right? On your day-to-day, just in the world, right? But there is some solace coming. There is some relief coming in. And I feel like you do need to rest, but you don't have to isolate yourself for that long, right? But I feel like you're still doing a lot of the internal work that needs to be done here to take you to the next level. Pile number 4s, okay? So let's pull some more cards, my loves, to conclude your reading. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Tell us more. Intentions pile number 4 should set that would benefit them during this new moon in Libra, Spirit. intentions pile number 4s should set that would best benefit them during this new moon in Libra? Okay. So we have at the bottom of the deck, card number 28, broken open. Yeah, I feel like your vulnerability really is your strong suit right now, and you're going to be very open and candid with people how you have never been before, pile number 4. So we have card number 41, a higher view. Card number 37, the Oracle's gift. So before I get to the other 2 cards that fell out, you have a gift of objectivity. You're very smart and you're very wise, and I feel like you're very poised in your wisdom, pile number 4. So trust in your wisdom, trust in your gifts, because they've been given to you for a reason, right? The Oracle's gift. And we have card number 9, contemplation, which a lot of decks would represent the Hermit as the Oracle. So trust in your inner knowledge to satiate you and to feed you the inspiration and the steps that are being ordered to where you need to go. We have card number 3, time machine, right? Time is the illusion that you could be facing too. And you're feeling like maybe you're running out of time or there's not enough time. And I feel like once you stop worrying about how much time you have and just kind of do the things that you need to do, then, you know, there is this kind of like this restfulness that just happens within you, right? There is this relief that you feel after realizing, you know what, time is an illusion. And my nephew, my little, I think 11-year-old nephew told me this, time only moves when you do. So when you're complacent or when you're too in your head or when you're not budging on something, then time seems to go slowly. But when you're moving and when you're moving quickly, time seems to, you know, quicken up as well. So we also have card number 13, feeling the world. I feel like you're feeling like there's the weight of the world on your shoulders, but you also could be feeling like, you know, you have a lot to give to the world as well. It's interesting because we have card number 37, card number 3, and card number 13. You could be seeing 333 a lot lately as well, pile number 4s, excuse me. And I just feel with that being said, your angels, ancestors, and guides are right here with you. Don't be afraid to call on them and ask for their assistance, okay? Whether it is that you need more time or you feel like you need more time or, you know, you name it. They're here to help, but they can only help with your permission. So let's pull one more card out of this Moonology deck for you, pile number 4s, to wrap up your reading. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Wow, look at this. So we have emotions are running high, supermoon, okay? It's at the bottom of the deck. Don't let your past hold you back. Exactly. Don't let your past, whatever that you've been thinking about, maybe from the past or past experiences or your mind or is just playing tricks on you. Don't let whatever's going on in that noggin of yours hold you back, because it can. It can do it to all of us. You're not alone, pile number 4. Trust me. And I feel like this is a collective energy as well with this card, feeling the world. So I do want to read this emotions are running high card, supermoon. So it says, this card suggests that the answer to whatever you're asking is writ large like the silvery full moon set against the velvety night sky. If you're wondering how successful something is going to be, such as a job or a relationship, the answer is very, I love that. To use common parlance, the answer to your question may well be that it's under your nose. Wow. It says this card is about being larger than life, being special and bursting with energy that you can tune into and work with. You can expect plenty of good things and a positive outcome when this card comes up, but you may find there's a lot of emotion to deal with too. There's also a sense that the opportunities around whatever you're asking about don't come along every day, so take action. It says success is close. I just must trust, okay? So it says additional meanings for this card. A resolution to your question is closer than you may think. Don't ignore the obvious. Something exciting lies ahead. Make sure you don't blow events out of proportion. It says, speak to the goddess, ask for her assistance. And what did I say about asking for your angels, ancestors, and guides assistance? Because they're here to help you. All right. So it says a supermoon is the new or full moon that takes place when the moon is at its closest point to the Earth during its monthly orbit, an event known as perigee. It says if it's a full moon, the moon appears around 14% bigger at this time. The moon is known as the queen of emotions. Wow, the queen of emotions. Wow, I never knew that. It says, and if you draw the supermoon card, regardless of when you do this, you can expect your feelings to be more highly charged, okay? So I feel like the feelings around this restfulness, around this kind of like feelings of relief is going to be high, and you're really going to be thankful for this relief that comes to you, especially as it pertains to maybe the obsessiveness of your thoughts that's been happening, and maybe the lack of rest you've been getting because of these obsessive thoughts. Okay, pile number fours. So that's all that I have for you, my dear. I love you so much, my pile number fours. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit the thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone you would think best benefit from these messages. Again, if you're interested in personal readings, my email is in the description box down below. So with that being said, my lovely dreaming dreamers, I love you so much. And until next time, I'll see you in our next reading. Bye.